Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Ashley and today I'm going to be doing the first update in the Graveyard Project Pan. This is my second year getting to participate in this project, and it was created by Emily McGinnis from Emily and Max. And if you have not discovered her channel, it is linked in the description box below because she is a fantastic creator and one that I think that you would get a lot of enjoyment from checking out. So this project has two categories, and the first is called Collecting Cobwebs, which is going to be products that are really old in your collection and honestly haven't gotten a lot of use anytime recently, hence collecting cobwebs. So I personally chose 3 products to represent that category. The other category is Graveyard. So those are going to be products that were in previous project pans. Now you can either choose products that you did not hit your goal on in that project, or perhaps you did hit your goal but you just want to bring it back into a project rotation. So I also have 3 products for that category, meaning that there is a total of 6 products overall, and I'm very excited to note that I have an empty for each category. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into my progress. Let's go ahead and start with the category of collecting cobwebs. So one of the products that I chose was this eyeshadow right here. This is from Victoria's Secret. Victoria's Secret hasn't sold makeup in a very long time, and I am sure that I purchased this before I even moved to the Carolinas, which is coming up on 11 years now. So I would like to hit pan on this right here. It's in the shade Starlit. As you can see, we do not have any pan as of yet, but there was a heart embossed in the center and it is pretty much gone. So that is very exciting. It is a way to see some progress. There's a little bit of a dip forming, but not a huge one. It is definitely a firmly pressed eyeshadow and there's not a ton of color or pigmentation to it. I don't know if that's because it is as old as it is or if it just was kind of a lackluster shade to start with, but either way, I typically will lay it down as a first transition shade, and as you may know, I'm working on a lot of purple eyeshadows between this project and other projects, namely the 50 Shades of Purple, which is on my Instagram. But with Starlit, I did use that a total of 15 times. Now, with that being said, this project only updates every other month, so that's over a roughly 60-day time period, so 15 really isn't that awesome, but I am glad that I am getting that progress in, and hopefully, since a lot of eyeshadows tend to hit pan around kind of the 30 to 45 usage mark, if I can get in another 15 uses by the next update, I'll have a good idea of whether or not pan is something that will be attainable by the finale. I mean, hopefully I'll have pan in it by next month, but we'll see. Not gonna get ahead of myself. The next product that I have in the collecting cobwebs category is this right here. This is a lip gloss from Buxom. It's just a deluxe sample size, but it's in White Russian. And you guys, look at that jump. I don't know if you can see it because I used a gold permanent marker, but I have made a huge jump in this. I'm so impressed. In fact, I feel like if I can maintain that same level of usage, I could have this done by next update, which would be so exciting. So I did use that a total of 22 times since rolling it into this project. So yeah, I feel like I'm being cautiously optimistic here, but I feel like that's something that I could potentially finish off, which would be so exciting because I almost never finish off lip products. So that would be a really great thing, really great thing. The third item that I have in my collecting cobwebs category is this right here. This is from Caudalie. This is the Grape Water. It's an aerosol, and oh, there we go. It's empty. Well, I mean, it's spurting just a tiny little bit and, you know, making a mess. But this is empty, and I'm very excited for that because I've had this kicking around my house, again, for far too long. Hence, collecting cobwebs. Duh. Oh, I felt like I had to sneeze there. So yes, this is totally done. I was using it as kind of a makeup melter sort of setting spray sort of situation. I mean, it was fine, but it's just water with grape essence in it. I mean, there's nothing incredibly special about it, so it's not something that I would repurchase, but you know, it's kind of fun to use and I'm glad to have it up. I did use this a total of 47 times to use it up, which I feel like is pretty good for, you know, a spray of that type. I don't know what you're supposed to use that for, to be honest with you. I don't even know why I bought it, but you know, it's done with. So that is one product that the goal has been met on, meaning that I will be rolling in something to replace it. But let's move on to the graveyard category. So again, these are products that were previously in projects that you either did not hit your goal on, or you hit your goal, but you just want to bring it back out into another project. So the first item is this right here. These are the Algenist Reveal Concentrated Color Drops in the shade Green. This is the third project that these have been in. This was in my very first project pan a very long time ago now, it feels like, and I did not hit goal. I wanted to use them up. I didn't. Last year, I put this into my graveyard project pan because I wanted to use it up, and I didn't. It is now in this project pan because I want to use it up. So this is the new marking here. Hopefully you can see that. It kind of separates a little bit. But yeah, so definitely making good progress there. And hopefully this is going to be the project that finally uses that up. I did use it a total of 28 times since bringing it into this project. So as long as I can maintain that usage, should have it done. Should have it done. There's nothing wrong with this product. This is not a bad product. I just don't find that I care for it. I do have quite rosy cheeks. I am Scotch Irish, so I have a lot of redness in my skin, and I felt very insecure about that for a while, especially when I was wearing almost no makeup. And as you've probably seen over the years, I have just started wearing more makeup, or I'm wearing different kinds of makeup, or hopefully it's just that I have become more comfortable in my skin. I just don't find myself really being drawn to color correctors, with the exception of my Becca under eye, because you know your girl has some dark circles. So it's not a bad product, it's just not one that I personally feel motivated to use, if that makes sense. From last year's A to Z project pan, we do have my lip liner from Stila. This is the Stila Stay All Day Lip Liner in the shade Zinfandel. I also want to use this up, and I'm close, my friends. I'm so close. Look at that teeny tiny little nub. I'm feeling great about this. Let me see if you can actually see the progress. My little dots sort of ran into, or my tally marks rather, sort of ran into where I've been marking. There we go. So you can see I have made a huge jump in this, a huge jump. So I did use this a total of 15 times since rolling it in, and I see absolutely no plausible reason that I won't have this finished up by our next update, which will be so exciting because, again, I don't think I've ever finished up a lip liner. I'm terrible at using lip liners, so that would be incredibly exciting. The last product that I have in for Graveyard is my BB cream. This is the Aqua Petite Jelly from Halika Halika. This was in my A to Z project pan in 2020, and I spent all flippin' year working on it. And finally, we have an empty jar. Look at that. The texture of the product actually made it really easy to get the bottle super duper clean inside. It's a cute little bottle, but yeah, definitely extremely excited to have that used up and gone, because I dedicated myself to that product, and I feel very accomplished for finally getting it finished off. So I did use that a total of 26 times in order to get it to this state, and I'm very proud of it. So that means that I'll be rolling in another product to take its place. So what are we going to be rolling in? Starting with Collecting Cobwebs, we're going to be rolling in another foundation. This is my oldest foundation in my collection. This is the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea Water Foundation. This is my beginning mark here. Again, it's separated, and my super smart self, why did I do that? Marked it with a gold permanent marker, which now that I'm looking at it, I realize it's very close to the color of the foundation. So I'll make sure to go over it with a different color that can actually be seen. But okay, so here's the thing. I need to use this up, but I'm not going to set that as my goal. I mean, ideally that would be kind of my stretch goal, but as I mentioned with the BB cream, I spent the entirety of 2020 working on that and still didn't finish it off. I don't use a ton of foundation. I really use it very light layer so that it just evens out my skin tone, but my skin still looks like skin. So I'm not going to try to use this up in the remaining not even 6 months of the year, but 4 months of this project. I just don't feel like I'm at a place in my life where I want to be monogamous. So we're just going to try to use up like half. So if I can get it to the bottom of the word C, I feel like that would be progress enough for me. So that is going to be the goal there, to get it to the bottom of the word C. That's roughly half of what's remaining in the container. So that is my goal for my Collecting Cobwebs category. And then for Graveyard, we are going to bring this bag. This was in my Graveyard Project pan last year in the category Collecting Cobwebs because I'd had it since the year that I got married, which was in 2015, so we're getting up there in age. This is the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye Corrector Cream in the shade Light. My stretch goal had been to hit pan on it. I did not do that. There is a big, beautiful dip in there. So we are going to resurrect, oh shoot, I'm such a dork. So this category isn't Graveyard, this category is Resurrection. Sorry about that, Emily. I don't know what I was thinking. I'm so sorry. Resurrection is this category. Anyway, so I am going to try to hit pan on this by the end of the project. Wow. All right, my friends, how are you doing in this project if you are participating? And if you aren't participating, please join us. It is definitely not too late. There is still 4 months remaining. This project does conclude on Halloween, so tons of time to jump in on the fun and games. As always, everything that I am panning and everything that I'm wearing will be linked in the description box below. And if you have not yet subscribed, I hope that you will consider doing so. Thank you so much for spending some time with me today. I hope that you are having an amazing day, and I will see you next time. Bye.